Welcome to our virtual delivery, and thank you for purchasing a vehicle from Performance Lexus. I'm Jeffrey Bobst.
And I'm Carson Nyheisel, and we are your Lexus Technology and Delivery Specialists.
We'll be going over key features of your vehicle and hope that you find this tutorial helpful. Let's get started. Hello, in this series we'll be going over a Lexus RX. This is a 2020 model, and we will start with the exterior features. Your Lexus RX vehicle has door handles that lock and unlock the vehicle. There is a little dimple here on the door handles, and they're on all four. When you touch this dimple, it will lock your vehicle. Simply placing your hand inside the vehicle's door handles will unlock the doors. The driver's door handle will only unlock the driver's door. When you place your hand in it, the driver's door unlocks only. If you want to unlock all the doors, you may simply place your hand in the rear door handle and all the doors will unlock. In RX models with the power rear door, there is an optional kick sensor, and there are two buttons that are placed up underneath the vehicle to open the vehicle. There's one long one that locks and opens the door, and there's one small little nub here that will lock the vehicle when depressed. Right now I'll demonstrate the kick sensor. If you happen to have a handful of items, you may simply put your foot in and out underneath the vehicle's rear bumper, and the vehicle's back hatch will open. Also, the vehicle's back hatch can be closed in the same manner. Also, when the hatch is open, there are two buttons here in the back. One is for shutting the back hatch, and the other is for shutting and locking the back hatch. Now, to adjust the back hatch, if you have a garage that requires the hatch to come down a little bit, you just simply go ahead and place the hatch where you like it. Just pull gently or push gently to where you would like to adjust the hatch, and simply pushing and holding the shut hatch button and hearing those beeps will memorize the height of the hatch. The fuel door is always on the driver's side. It is a simple push and open. Now on the RX 450h models, there is a button that is inside the vehicle to open this. On our RX 350s, regular fuel is required. Please do not put premium in your RX 350. Now inside, there are some buttons and features that I'm going to show you here now. The first ones are the memory seats that are right here on the door. When the vehicle is running and the doors are closed, you would simply set your seat, your steering wheel, your mirrors, and then you push the set button, release it, and then push and hold the button that you want to memorize until it beeps, and it will memorize it. Also, there are a few buttons here. This is your door locks, obviously, in Windows. Here are your mirror functions. Simply pressing the L till it's lit, then you can adjust the left side, the right side. There is an auto button here and a bring your mirrors in button here. The auto feature is when the doors lock on the vehicle that the mirrors will come in, and as you unlock it, the mirrors will go out. Now there are a few other buttons here underneath the dash right below the vent. The first one is your automatic high beams, which comes equipped with the safety features of the vehicle. The next is your back hatch. This one here is your heated steering wheel. And on some models, which is an option, there is a panoramic view monitor, and here is the button located here. Also, the buttons to increase and decrease the brightness of the vehicle are located here, and the odometer trip button, and here is the steering wheel adjustment. Okay, we're going to learn how to Bluetooth phone to the RX. A cord is necessary for Android Auto and or Apple CarPlay. But in case you guys don't have a cord and you just want to get in the vehicle, maybe you lost the cord or the cord breaks, we're going to learn how to Bluetooth. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to menu. Since we have a touchscreen in the RX, we're going to go ahead and go to setup. We're going to go to Bluetooth, and we're going to click yes. Then we're going to go to our phone, and we're going to go to the Bluetooth settings. This happens to be an iPhone. And at the bottom here where it says other devices, we're going to find Lexus RX, and we're going to select that, and we're going to make sure that the pin matches, and then we're going to pair, and we're going to allow our contacts to sync over. And as soon as it says we're connected here, we're going to do one last thing so that we're able to get notifications such as messages on the screen while we're driving, there's a little blue eye that is located right where it says connected. And at the top here, it says show notifications. We're gonna click that, turn that on, and you're gonna notice that we're completely connected. Now we're gonna learn how to connect to Apple CarPlay since we have the iPhone here. First, we're gonna hit the menu button. And since we have a touch screen again, we're gonna go to setup, and we are gonna go to projection settings. Notice here how the Apple CarPlay is turned on. When you get in your vehicle and it's brand new, it's gonna be off. So we're gonna select to turn that on. And then our next step, we're going to plug in our iPhone, and we are gonna wait for a moment. And our iPhone is gonna ask us if we'd like to use CarPlay while it is locked. We are gonna allow that. And we are connected. It is simple as that. We're going to hit the menu button, and you're going to notice that Apple CarPlay is here in a bit. Once you have your phone plugged in, you can simply place it in what we like to refer to as the toaster, which is right up here, and your phone will be plugged in and charging the whole time while you're driving. Apple CarPlay can be accessed two ways. You can hit the menu button and select it, and it will bring CarPlay up. Or, while you're driving, if you happen to have the radio going, and we'll just put something on here. If you are driving and you would like to use the Siri feature that's in the vehicle to display something on the screen, you would simply push the voice command button over here. This button controls talking to the vehicle, which is the voice command, and also Siri and or Google for your Android Auto. Pushing and holding the button will get Siri. Pushing and releasing quickly will get the vehicle's voice command. For this video portion, we're going to push and hold, and we're going to ask your phone to open something. Open Maps. And if you notice, it comes up quickly. This is very nice while you're driving. You don't have to come over here and navigate and touch the screen and all that. Now that you have it open, if you'd like to use Maps or Google Maps or Waze, you have two options there. Using the maps that are with Apple, you can simply just tell Siri where you'd like to go, and I will demonstrate that. Take me to the Kenwood Town Center.
Getting directions to Kenwood Town Center.
All this can be done while you're driving. If you are driving, your phone knows. It will simply load up the destination, and here we go. Now, if you'd like to cancel your destination at any point in time, you simply just have to tell Siri. This would be on Apple Maps only. Cancel destination.
Okay, I've stopped navigating.
So it's all part of trying to keep you and your eyes on the road without having to pick your phone up or move around here on the remote touchpad. So simply just talking to the vehicle. Okay, in this portion, we're gonna show you how to get your Android Auto working in your vehicles. First, we're going to go to the menu, and then we're going to go to setup, and this is for all vehicles. We're going to go to projection settings, which is right there, and we are going to select the Android Auto feature to be turned on. And we're going to go back to the home screen. Now we're going to plug into your USB port, and we're going to notice that we're going to unlock the screen here. And when we come here, your Android Auto is going to pop up. Now, you have to download Android Auto on Android devices first, so go to your Google Play Store. It's going to tell you to use Android Auto. Please stop your car and follow the instructions on your phone, which are right here. And we're just going to hit continue. And Android Auto is connected. Now, there'll be permissions that will pop up here that you'll need to do to start Android Auto on your car screen. It gives you directions. We're just going to dismiss those because we know that it's available already. So we're going to go to menu, and we're going to notice that Android Auto is on the screen. Now, Android Auto is going to pop up. We're basically using your Google Assistant for Android Auto. Notice how the Google Maps will pop up. That's the default map system for your Android Auto. If you look over here, and I'm swiping with my finger, that the selections are all in blue. The circle here is your main apps menu. So when you select that, it will show the available apps that are on your particular phone for Android Auto. The icon down here is the mic for Google. Also, to get Google on your steering wheel, there's the face button again. We're going to use that. As we've told you before, voice command is a quick push, but anytime you need your mobile assistant, it's a push and hold. And then you will see, what is the forecast today?
In Landon today, it'll
So
be
your
rainy
Google
with a
Assistant
high
will
of
work
54 degrees
just like
and a
it
low
does
of
on your
50
phone
degrees.
in your vehicle.
It's currently 50 degrees with rain.
You do not have to go and use the remote touch. You can simply tell your phone where you'd like to go and it will open the Google Maps. Take me to the Kenwood Town Center.
Kenwood Town Center, all right.
And it will load your maps and it will project on the screen the entire way. Again, if you'd like to stop the navigation, cancel the navigation, simply tell your assistant that you would like to stop the navigation. Stop navigation. And it will stop it immediately. So also while you're driving, you can use the voice command that's in the vehicle. Now that is going to be the same button that we used for CarPlay, but it's going to be a quick push and release. And you're going to notice a different screen this time. There are many things that you can tell the vehicle to do. With your manuals comes a quick technology guide. You can browse through that. I'm going to give you a few examples so that you can see what the car can do while you're driving, so that you're not having to touch around to do things with your hands, both hands on the steering wheel. Tune to the Beatles channel.
Beatles channel.
And if you notice, the screen has changed. It doesn't have the CarPlay screen. That is the voice command screen. Another example would be, set my temperature to 70 degrees. And you will see that it will change your
Changing
temperature
to
to 70 degrees. On your RX, if you have a navigation screen, it is equipped with a dual screen and full screen. There is a button over here in the far corner that allows you to do the dual screen and full screen. This can be obviously with the touch of the screen, or you may use the remote touch to move around to do that. At the very top, there is a map, so that if you wanted to see the radio, which would be by pushing the radio button on this particular side. Also, if you wanted to flip this, there is the radio, and then you simply push your map button to get the map on this side. The other things that are here are the trip information, which you can scroll through, get your history, also your fuel economy, time in the vehicle, and distance to empty. And then the last one down here is your climate controls, so that you may see where the airflow is and what temperatures are going. Okay, we're going to be discussing the remote touch here, some of the buttons and features that are around this area. First thing is the remote touch pad. This acts just like a computer, laptop, or let's just say the face of your smartphone. So you keep your finger on the pad and move around, and pushing down will select certain items. You notice you have a map button, a menu button, and a back button that are conveniently placed here for you to do while you're driving, so that you don't have to do all that stuff on the screen. There is a radio button that quickly brings the radio up, and there is also a media button that quickly brings up the media that is on your phone, music, etc. There is a CD player here, and there's a one disc, and there's the eject button, seek the tracks, stop and play. Also, here's the climate controls here for you. The front defrost is here, the rear defrost is here. The auto button will simply control the fan and flow of air to parts of the vehicle if you have it in that mode. Also, there is an auto feature for inside-outside air. And if you notice, there is a dual button also, so that when you are in dual mode, you can have your passenger change the temperature, and then when you take it off, it simply brings you back to the master mode over here for the driver. Also, there is heated and cooled seats right here. They have an auto feature. They're based on the temperature that you set. As you increase your temperature, the heated seats will come on, and as you decrease, obviously the cooled seats will come on as well. You also have the ability to tap what you like: high, medium, low, off. Simply by pushing the button till the auto feature comes back on, we'll put it back into auto mode. Right next to that is the automatic parking brake. That feature is turned on when you get your vehicle. If you'd like to have that turned off, it will be in your manual. The hold button This is a very nice, convenient button for when you're in traffic or you need to simply reach back behind your seat for something. This will hold the brake. What you do is engage it, you put your foot on the brake, and when you take your foot off the brake, it keeps the brake on until you depress the gas pedal. Over here, we have the driver's modes. These are Eco, Normal, and Sport. If you look over here on the main screen, as I twist, you will see that it is in Eco mode. It tells you on your mid screen. If I twist to the right, it is in Sport mode. And then if I push down, it will be in Normal mode. So Normal mode will not say anything. Also with these buttons right next to it are the buttons for off-roading. If you happen to live in a area where, like Colorado or New York or Washington, when you go off-road. This is your locking differential button. This will make all of the tires have equal grip. Your vehicle is an all-wheel drive vehicle, and it is equipped with locking differential, which means this vehicle primarily is pulling 60, pushing 40. When you push that button, it will lock it to 50-50. Also, the traction control should be turned off while you're off-roading so that you're able to spin your tires. The button that is located here is a double chevron button. It is only required in a few sub-menus, and I will show you that as an example. When you push the menu button, you will see that there's a climate option here. We're going to touch that, and you'll notice that there's a double chevron there. When you push the double chevron button, it brings up sub-menus. So that is what that feature is for there. Okay, there are a couple more features up here on the console. You have two charger ports that are up here, located up in the front. Those are only for charging the phone, so your Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay will not work in those. Also, there's a feature here where you can put a larger cup or water bottle. You simply push down on here, and there is a push button to release and bring that feature back up. If you notice inside of your center console box, there are two more USB ports here. These are for the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto features, so you must be plugged in there. One of your delivery specialists or salespersons will provide you with a cord so that you may be able to use those features. Okay, so all the lights that are in your RX are all touch, so just remember there's no buttons. Also, this is the door button, so that when you open your door, if this is depressed, that the lights will come on. These are the functions for opening and closing your moonroof and also tilting your moonroof. And more specifically, here is your SOS button, which is on a trial period of 3 years in the 2020 RX. Simply pushing and holding the button will call our Lexus concierge service in case of an emergency, roadside assistance, or if you need end-form services. Earlier we were discussing about the automatic high beams. So we're going to show you how to turn your lights on to auto mode. First of all, we're going to depress this button so that our automatic high beams will be active when we are in auto mode. Notice that it tells you to please move your stalk forward so that your high beams are on. And we're going to twist until our hash mark gets to the auto mode. And you're going to notice here that the auto feature for high beams is lit green, and also the little bulb light is lit, letting you know that your lights are on. If we turn this off by pulling back the stalk, notice that your automatic high beams go off. So just remember, with the button depressed and the stalk forward, you will have your automatic high beams on. Automatic wipers. There are most of the vehicles here with the RX. Obviously, we are in the off position now. Up is the mist mode. One notch down is auto, and then low and high are the next two. This feature right here in the middle is the sensitivity of the water that hits the windshield when your wipers will come on and off. And then obviously here on the outside is your rear wipers. They are intermittent. If you want to wash the back, you push forward with the spray, and if you want to wash the front, you pull backwards with the spray. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about our mid-screen that is in your RX. That mid-screen right here is all controlled by this portion of the steering wheel. This is the buttons that go up and down through those menus. This is the enter button. This is a back button to come out of sub-menus. This is also your home button. So if at any point in time you're lost in this screen, you may simply hit this home button, and it brings you back to your designated home screen. This particular screen is set for the range, the distance to empty. Now, starting at the top, we have an I, that's information. I'm just going to simply scroll down through these to show you what they are. This is your fuel economy. This is your distance to empty. This is your average fuel economy after your last refueled tank and time in the vehicle. This is your eco indicator, if you'd like to watch that. Your tire pressures, those are a little high since this is a demo. And this is your four-wheeling screen so that you can see where the power is going to your wheels. And this is a blank screen. Moving to the right is your compass, your radio, your dynamic radar cruise control and lane trace screen, and your messages for oil change, tire rotation. And the last thing here is your vehicle safety settings. So this is where you can turn those features on and off. And we'll go through those here in just a little bit. Back to the home button. So we're going to talk a little bit about the lane trace assist and the dynamic radar cruise control. So I'm going to cruise on over here to that screen. That would be this one. Located down here on your stalk is your cruise control. When you push the outside button to turn it on, it's going to tell you that it is active. Please pay attention. You'll notice that there is a small icon letting you know that it is on. The button's right here. This is your lane trace button, which you can see that it is on and active because the symbol is there. And the button right next to it is your dynamic radar cruise control distance. So if we keep tapping this button, 1, 2, and 3, this is the furthest it'll keep you away, a little bit closer, and the closest that'll keep you from the vehicle that is in front of you when you are in dynamic radar cruise control. Now this feature is all speed, which means that it will slow all the way to a stop if the vehicle in front of you does. It will show a hold on the center screen there, and if you simply just tap your gas, the vehicle will steadily maintain the vehicle in front of you until you get back up to your cruise control set speed. Also over here on this side, this is the functions for the volume, up and down through your presets, your mode, AM, FM satellite. This is your voice command and Siri and Google Assistant buttons. And these two buttons here are just simply going to pick up and hang up the phone. Also in your menu, in setup is where you're going to change features of your vehicle to customize it to your liking. Obviously, here's the sub menus. The general is where most of the stuff's going to be for you, especially your clock. All 2020 RXs have an automatic daylight savings time adjustment and also the time and time zones. So you won't need to worry about that. Just make sure they're all on auto. The menu is over here. There's all kinds that you can go through to customize your vehicle the way that you like. Especially in vehicle customization, there's all kinds of things that you can do here. I would just have you just check your manual or go to your LexusDrivers.com account to see what those are. Thank you for watching our Performance Lexus Virtual Delivery Series. It is our hope that these videos have helped you in your understanding and use of your new Lexus vehicle. On behalf of Performance Lexus, we thank you for allowing us to earn your business. Have a wonderful day.